All right, everybody, we're back to that blue Jag one more time. We're almost done fixing all the little quirks this thing has showed up with over the past 6 months. And I say 6 months specifically because there is a problem that I've been looking for 6 months on this car, and I finally figured out what the deal was. We had an issue with this where it would just intermittently not have air conditioning. I found a few leaks on it every now and then, recharged it, it seemed to be okay, and I was never able to catch the problem. And it's been sitting here for about a month. I had this thing connected to life support. There were monitors on it, there were meters on it, there were test lights on it, and I continuously was operating the system on this car, the AC, with meters connected to the power and ground going to the compressor. After weeks and months of trying to catch this thing in the act, it finally occurred, and I was able to capture and prove that the compressor power was shutting down almost all the way. It was going down, dropping down to like 4 or 5 volts. And then all of a sudden it would work again, and I would check it, and we'd had 12 volts, just like, or battery voltage like normal. And it was only happening for, 15-20 seconds after startup. Then it would go away, and then there was no problem. I've been into the dash on this car, and I've been monitoring the HVAC control unit, which was up under the dash right here. It's way in there, and I had found that the HVAC control unit had stopped. There's wife unit. It had ceased to supply power to the compressor, and it was doing it very, very intermittently. Again, my problem was I could never catch it in action. Watch, she's gonna park right in front of me. Don't park here. No, keep it moving. Keep it moving. Don't park here. She was thinking about it. Anyway, where was I? Okay, so I couldn't catch the fault in action. And again, I continued to monitor the compressor side, and I would monitor what the voltages and the grounds were doing at the control module. See, once the system is commanded on, the control head tells the control module to power up the compressor, and then it sends power to the compressor, then the compressor kicks on and does the thing. Well, the issue is when it was sending power down to that compressor, intermittently it was only sending out about 4 volts. So you're going, okay, got it, no problem. Looks like we have a bad HVAC control module. So I ordered a new one. Now, I've got this thing about replacing control modules, especially control modules that have been in service for a very long time. Usually they don't fail on their own. Something causes them to fail. So while I was waiting for the replacement control module to arrive, I continued to test and monitor the system because I knew I was on the right track, and I knew I was narrowing down what the deal was. So what I did with the system running is I waited for the fault to occur. When it occurred, I supplied 12 volts of fused power directly to the compressor, and it was blowing up the fuse. It wasn't doing it consistently. And what I had found is that the circuitry of the control module was affected by the fault in the compressor. So I do have a control module in there on the shelf, and I've got a compressor that has been ordered. It's on the way. I'm going to change the compressor first and then retest. And if I find that voltage being supplied to that compressor is intermittent, or it's dropping below, battery voltage or 12 volts, something like that while running, then I'm going to go ahead and toss in that other module. And I know what you're saying. You didn't record it, so there's really no proof, and you're kind of right, but like I said, this is a month-long endeavor of me trying to figure out what the deal is. And I was actually kind of annoyed once I found out that the compressor was faulty for a couple reasons. Reason number one is this compressing unit is it's about a year old. I did not install this, somebody else did once upon a time. It's down there somewhere. But we were always operating under the assumption that we have a brand new unit here, and I forgot to remind myself that new does not mean good. It means it's not used very much. So let's restart this engine. Let's power up the system, because I found another symptom that we were overlooking again, because hood gravity. Repoppeting the hood. Because we thought that the situation was a power steering concern, not an AC concern, and it's not doing it now. But intermittently, one of the complaints was on startup, the power steering pump was making like a grinding, whining type of buzzing noise. And again, it was only occurring for a few seconds and then it would go away. And I found out while I was tracking down this compressor situation that it actually was not the power steering pump. It was in fact the AC compressor also making that sound. I've never heard a compressor make the sound that this one was making, and I wish it was doing it right now, but it's not. Maybe it'll start whining when we get inside. But regardless, I've got 1, 2, I think 3 ways that I have condemned this compressor. So we're gonna go ahead and get this thing up in the air, pop that guy out of here, and get it replaced. So stay tuned, because this is probably gonna be the final video on this Jaguar, because I fixed everything else. Once I fix this, it's good. Actually, I lied. There's also an intermittent check engine light. I forget the code. The code says something about fuel rail pressure is too high. It's telling me I have too high a fuel pressure. I've already verified the wires, and I think I put a pressure sensor in it once upon a time. But no, it was a fuel pump because I had low fuel pressure. I remember now. But yeah, it's got a code intermittently. It says fuel rail pressure is too high. I'm not sure what the deal is with that. I've been stumped on that one for a long time as well. Any Jaguar guys know what's up with too high a fuel rail pressure on the old XJs? Let me know in the comment section. Anyway, that's enough fishing for viewer interaction. Let's go ahead and get this thing in park and get started powering down. Well, let's see. So here's our compressor up here. We can see it's fairly newish. There's that connector. Yeah, so this is going to be fun to extract because it doesn't come out this way. It can't go up because there's other stuff in the way, so it's obviously got to come out through here somewhere. I'm probably gonna have to pull the subframe down some to get some space. This will be fun. All right, well, let's pull the wheel off and get started. No sense in staring at it. It's not gonna get fixed that way. Yeah, I think I'll feel better once I start moving like a diesel. Hard to get going, but once I'm there, I don't stop. Nuts are swollen. There we go. Step 1 complete. Come here. Okay, it's become very clear to me that this fender liner thing has to come out. At least I hope it does, because I'm taking it out. And if I take it out and find out I didn't have to take it out, I'll be sad that I took it out. Shoot. Rambling on. That big one didn't fit. I need to get the little one out. Where are you? Yeah, it's held in with a bunch of these little plastic push clips. Okay, now in typical European vehicle fashion, we've got some Torx fasteners mixed in with the plastic connector clip things here. And why do we need Torx bits in lieu of plastic connectors? I don't know, but we got them. And a washer. You know, looking at this in greater detail, I think I don't have to remove this at all. I mean, I'm not gonna gain much space by pulling it out. But since it's 90% of the way out, we're just gonna go ahead and finish it off. I see no reason to back out now. Come here. Ooh, another washer. Yeah, someone's been here before. These washers aren't supposed to be here. You know, let's back you guys up a little bit. Let's fish this thing out. I got a text message. That's why the radio stopped. Come out, plasticky bits. There it is. There you go. Set that down right over there. Perfect. All right, we're moving back up to the front of the engine here. We need to reach up in there and get a tool on that belt tensioner and go ahead and pull that loose so we can get the belt off the compressor. So what I'm gonna do, stick this guy up here and see if I can't reach in and plug in the ratchet to the drive thing on the tensioner. It looks like we got it. And yeah, it goes that way, counterclockwise. Lefty loosey. tensioner is untensioned, and I've got the belt off of the compressor. There we go. Okay, let's move back into the wheel well and work on those lines next. Actually, I think I'm gonna work on the subframe next because I can't even get to the bolts. See that right there, that bottom bolt? That runs right into the subframe. So yeah, I gotta pull this subframe down just to get this thing to come loose. So let's do that next. Here, there's one of the mounts for the subframe there. Let's get in with the angular impact and pull that bolt down. I'm gonna try to do just the two on this side, and maybe the thing can just lean down. That's kind of the idea. We'll see how it works out. Okay, that's in. Let's get the other mount over here. Down right there. I think we're looking at 15 millimeters. All right, that didn't really help because the engine came down with the subframe, but we did get more space over here so I can squeeze this thing through, I think. Let's get the jack stand and take this down as far as we can. Right about there, looks good. Raise this thing up some. All right, that's gonna hold the weight, and then I can pull the rest of those two bolts out. And this thing will be free from the frame on this side, and we can try to maneuver it from there. Dirt cascade. It's a big bolt. I think I can pull this one out the rest of the way now. Where? Seriously? Come out, bolt! Oh, got it. You go over there next to your brethren. Alright, we'll pull this guy a little bit looser. Okay, it's not gonna come down anymore. That's all we get. Yee. I think I have to disconnect the strut. Okay, let's go up here and pull these little nuts out for the strut. See how the strut went down? Let's see how far we can go with this one. Let's see, we'll put that one on. 3 turns. Pull this guy out. That's about all we get. I don't want to go any farther. Actually, I don't think I have an option. I need to pull this out the rest of the way. Let's remove this connector if we can. Yeah, that was easy. It came right out. Ooh. Okay. Let's let her down some more. That's about all we get. Yeah, it's done coming down. Hope that's enough. Okay, so since the subframe is now lower, the engine is now lower, which does not give me any extra space. So what I need to do is keep the engine up higher and then get the subframe lower. So I will now unbolt this engine mount from the subframe down through that hole right there, or up through that hole, and then we're gonna use another jack stand to push the engine up so I can create some space here. Unclicks. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll move this stand over here to hold up the engine. And that'll let me lower this stand down. If I can get this right. Clearances and whatnot, you know? That should be good. Okay, engine's going up. Subframe is staying down. Now we're talking. Hey, look, there's that bolt that I couldn't get. It's coming into position a little bit higher. This is weird. There we go. See that? Alright, 10 millimeters. We have contact. Unclicks. Haha, yes. Finally, we're getting somewhere. Don't know where we're getting to, but we're getting there. Hey, a nut fell out. That was weird. Anyway, there's my bolt. Look at that. The nut that fell out of it has got half of it ground down. See that? I don't know if that's factory or not. I've never seen that before, unless someone did it deliberately. Okay, so I've got the bottom bolt out. Let's let the engine down, keeping the subframe also down, and we're gonna go down as far as we can until I can reach the top bolt and the back bolt for the compressor. Okay, now there's another bolt back here. I think there's 3 for this compressor. Third one's in the back. Oh, what? That one's not even tight. Look, see it? You can't see it. Here, hang on here. There, now you can see it. Look at that. That one's not even tight right there. It's just weeby wobbling. Hang on here. Let's get that thing out. Well, the situation's not boding well for the last installer of this. Okay. Okie dokes. We've got one more fastener here. Yeah, that one wasn't very tight either. Oh, the shame. Come out. Really? Here it comes. Here it is. Alright, that's 3 bolts. This thing should be free. Yeah, nope. It's stuck. Pry bar. Just get behind it here and pry it towards us. I'm sure it's just got some alignment dowels or something that hang on to it. There we go. Okay, now a little higher up, we've got the 2 connections for the hoses. Those are going to be fun. Yeah, you see them up there? One there and one over there. I've got to reach up with a wrench and get those disconnected. Okay, we're going in long reach with the ratcheting wrench. Hoping to get a hold of these bolts up here. Unless I have to get them from the top. That's a tight squeeze up there. Super duper tight. Okay, that one's loose. I'll be able to get it out, but you guys aren't gonna be able to see. Trying again. I've got my little stubby ratcheting crow's foot little device. That's enough to get some turns out of this thing. Come on. Become removed. Here it is. Alright, so that's one of the bolts for one of the lines, which they're both under vacuum right now, so those don't want to come out. Okay, going in for the line number 2. That one's actually a little farther back than the one I just did. This is a little fun. Yeah, I can't even see what I'm doing. And I can't get this from the top. There's like no visible access here. This actually sits under the V of the engine. So if the V is going like this, the compressor is down under it. So I can't get any line of sight at all. Okay, got a wrench on the bolt. Took some finesse. Oh, unclear. Yeah, we're getting somewhere now. It's loose. Come on, Jaguar. Yeah, that line's gonna be fun to put back together. I'll tell you what, I can't even get tools on the bolt. You know, this kind of stuff wouldn't be so bad if you could fit 2 hands in these positions, but you kind of can't. See? Super duper no space here. Come on. It's got to be close. Yeah. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Now I got 2 fingers on it. I will defeat you. And now I figured out how to put it back together too. All right. There's the bolt right there. Got it. Woohoo! All right, going in. Let's go ahead and get these lines detached. They're only being held in place with vacuum from the recovery machine. If I can just get under it with this little pry bar thing here, it'll pop up. There we go. There's one. Pry bar for everything. That's line number 2. All right, so it's free. The unit is now free. It's just kind of floating around in here. Now I just need to maneuver it out. That's the next challenge. I don't know. A little bit more up. And I think I got enough to get this out. I think. This here's the tightest of all tight squeezes, I think. I've got over here on the left, I pry barred the subframe down, and I have a socket wedged in here. There, oh, you can't see. There you go. There's a socket in there. Stuck a pry bar right here. Pulled this thing down, stuck a socket in, so it's holding the subframe down. The engine's being held up. And I think this is enough to get this thing to come out. I think. I hope. Because if I'm wrong, I'm gonna have some problems here. Might have to pull the sway bar out. No, 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 I got it. Yes, she's out. Sweet. Ah, what a relief. We're getting somewhere. To the bench. Let's go check out this unit, compare it to the new one. Make sure it's gonna fit. And then we'll get this guy installed. This is a faulty, newish compressor. Very unfortunate. Move this stuff over some. Tool gravity. No worries, it was just a 10mm. Got it. Okay, so far, our mounts look the same. There's 3. Our connector is the same. And our manifold and ports also look like they're the same. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and pull these bolts out of these ports. That way, I don't have to worry about it later. Pop this guy off. Pop. Okay. Set that right there. Come out. Okay. Come on, new compressor. Coming with us. See how this is gonna work here. Get it slid back into its home here. Same way the old one came out, which is opposite of what I'm doing. Yeah, hang on, we're doing this bass backwards. I think the spinny end came out first. Let's try that. I honestly already forgot. It's been like 45 seconds and I forgot. It's been a long week. I know you go in there. So let's just get with the program and do what you're supposed to do. Come on. So close. Right here. And there's alignment dowels in the bracket that are going to hold this. Yep, right there. That's where it goes. Nice. Okay, before we get all excited and bolt this in, I want to get those lines installed. So we're going to pull little plugs out of there and get the lines fed into position here. Again, yeah, y'all can't see what I'm up to. It's too dark. It's super dark. In fact, I can't even see what I'm trying to do. Where's the hole? I see it. There's a hole for a roll pin that's sticking out of this compressor, and I'm supposed to line up that roll pin with the little manifold flange on the hose, and that's what sets the alignment. And naturally, I'm having a hard time getting that to line up because Jaguar, and I can't see it because it's on the other side of the unit here. I'll just keep wiggling it. It'll go in. Okay, so it's lined up, but the roll pin will not press to that little flange, so I'm going to put the bolt in it and start the bolt, and hopefully that bolt will draw it back down. Oh. No space at all to work with. This is so agitating. You know, it's not really that bad. I'm just kind of grumpy and fatigued from earlier operations that I was conducting this week. Okay, the bolt's starting, we're going in. Okay, this is gonna take a while, isn't it? Alright, it's getting smooth now. It's starting to slide down over the pin. You guys can't see the pin. Like I said, it's on the back side. But it's going. Let's keep drawing this down. Okay, let's finish that one off with the larger ratchet. We're almost bottomed out. I'm running out of flangy strength here. Okay, let's finish this off with the full-size ratchet. It's almost bottomed out, and I'm having a hard time turning it with the little finger ratchet. So we'll get this big guy in. Yeah. Ah, blinded by the light. Too much lumens. Yeah, let's see if I can get a finger on it through here. I can hold it. I'll bear hug it again and try to bring this up to torque here. It's gonna take a while, slow and steady, couple clicks at a time. Not fun. Come on, AC hose. It's almost there. Come on, a little bit more. And one more pull for good measure. I know you guys can't see, I'm really sorry. Pick. All right, that's one hose installed. Let's get this other one installed. And then we'll bolt this thing to its bracket. There's our plug. One down, one to go. Let's get our little peg lined up, and then we'll get the big peg lined up. And we'll get the bolt in. These angles are all weird here. And these hard lines are not very forgiving. They don't really have a lot of motion. There we go. Now we're lined up. Kinda. Yeah, buddy, that's it. That went in. All right, another 10mm bolt. Slide that guy down. Get you started. Oh good, that one's going in a lot easier. I don't think you can see. Nope. I can't see, you can't see, we can't see, but we're all in this together. Unless you click away, then you'll be somewhere else. That would be bad. Oh, come on with it. All right, that one's down. Put a little bit of increased torque on that so it stays tight. Unlike the mounting bolts. And kicks. And take this guy and put it back up in its position on the bracket. That's a flashlight. Saw that coming. There we go. We'll put our illumination back up here. These just stay right there. Okay. I don't remember. These are all 3 different lengths. All right, this is the bottom one because that's the one with the little shaved off nut that probably isn't supposed to be there. I would be willing to wager that the threads on the bracket are stripped. Reaching around on the back side to get that nut on. Yeah, those threads are stripped out. This bolt doesn't even go here, it's too long. Okay. Next one, that's going up top. What are we doing? Push it in some. Wiggle it. If it doesn't go, wiggle it. And then it goes. Alright, wobbly 10 coming in. Kick. 2 clicks. And where's that other last little bolt? What'd I do with it? It's in my pocket. Run this guy down. Yeah, that one's stripped. Alright, that's why it was loose. It's stripped out. Cool. Why? Alright. Well, what do I do about that? Let me see. What do I do? Oh, that's not okay. I don't have a way to put a fastener on the other side of this stripped out bolt right here, and this is kind of important because it's the only one. Think of something here. Ooh, I know what to do. I have an idea. Okay, here's my solution. Some grease and some wire. The grease is to make the wire stick to the bolt. I've got the end of it bent down so I can get it to go into the bolt hole, and I'm failing. And I'm basically going to wedge this bolt in between the stripped out threads in the bracket and in between these pieces of copper wire. what it's going to do is it's going to smash that wire down, and then it'll be able to grip the remaining surface inside of that bracket. That's the plan here. It's either going to work or it's not, and if it works, we're in better shape than what we started, and if it doesn't work, then, well, we're in the same position. So we're going to put this thing in and send it very carefully. I don't want the wires to come off of that little bolt there. All the way in, that's it. All right, this might take a couple of attempts, but it's better than nothing. It's going. Haha! You hear that thing bog down? It's working. A little bit more. Click. Alright, that's better than nothing. It's got some clamping force on it now. So, let us proceed. We need to get the connector connected. That's easier from up here than it is down there, that's for sure. And I think this clamps on somewhere around here. I don't know where. I figured it out. There's a bracket on the old compressor. We'll bolt that thing onto the new one, and then use that bracket to secure the connector. I think that's how we're supposed to do this. Tighten that guy down right there. Become tight, please. Thank you. And then this can plug in like right here. Yeah, that's how we do that. Look at that. That's nice. It's much more better. We'll snug down that little bolt with some 8mm action. Bracket click. Alright, well, while we're here, let's see if I can't get that belt in position. Let's see, I can reach up. I'm pretty sure I can get it on from where I'm at. I can give that that ratchet a tug and untension our tensioner here. Beautimous. Alright, belt's on. Give me back my ratchet. Got it. Ratchet recovered. Visually inspecting the belt. It's on all of the ribs. That's good. Okay, let's get out of here some and pick the subframe back up and get the engine bolted back down. I need to unpry bar my socket. See right there? Get under this guy. Give it some down. Socket recovery complete. It's like another bracket stabilizer mount thing. Jaguar stuff, who knows? Alright, big bolt coming in. Let's get all this stuff lined up. Better line up. Yeah, it's farther back than it needs to be. I'm going to let the engine down onto the subframe, and I'll bolt that in next, I think. And then I can pry bar the subframe forward and get that hole to line back up. All right, engine is now sitting free. Let me run the bolt in real quick, and then we'll go back to some pry bar action. Okay, engine mount, where are you? Way in there. Motor mount clicks. That one's in. Oh, curiously enough, I checked the other side and found out that the lower bolt was missing. So I have to find one to put inside of that too. There's a nut missing for the motor mount. Anyway, I'm gonna raise the subframe up some, and we should start to see this hole become aligned over here, I think. A little bit up, a little bit more up. Yeah, there we go. Let's get that AC line out of our way. Not up enough to start the threads though, so up a little higher. Here. Is that gonna do it? Nope. That's close. Let me try the back one. And here, let's see if I can get this back one to go in. Yes. Click. And I need to retighten this one. Now, can I get that one to go in? Let's find out. Survey says, yes, it is threading now. Good. Hard to fit. Click. And one more right over here in the corner. I took this one loose too, just to let it move around a little bit. Here, get in there. Here, you guys wait here. I can't reach that stupid thing. All right, that's all 4 subframe bolts. Good to go. How are we looking? Tight, that's tight. Compressor's in, belt's on. Okay, I need to go up top, put the strut bolts in, and while we're up there, I'll pull this thing into a vacuum so I can recharge it later. That's the plan. Let's see, I don't think we need these anymore. Get that out of here. Let that one down. Get you out of here. Very good. All right, moving back up, all the way up. Let's get these nuts back on the strut. These. Got 4 of these guys. Aw, fail, look. I grabbed the wrong electron clicking device. I want this one. I have too many impact guns. No, that's gravity. That's a lie. You never have too many impact guns. Man. And we shall not neglect the connector. Or the airliner, whatever this thing is. What are we doing? And why are we doing it like that? What's the problem here? There we go. Fix. Alright, system's vacuuming. Let's pick up some of the mess here. I'll let this thing down a little bit and then we'll get that fender liner reinstalled. Alright, let's check on our machine. 2.5 minutes remaining. I'll be back in 2.5 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Stay right there. Okay, I actually lied. It's been longer than 2.5 minutes because I was inside of the cabin putting all the paneling for that computer module back together. So, let's just go ahead and fast forward here and charge this thing. I believe it takes 1.4 pounds refrigerant, non-electronic. And then we will stop things in the engine and see if this thing's gonna work. And I want to see if that stupid noise is gone. I know we didn't hear it when we drove it in, but I've been hearing that noise for like 6 months. They're not safe. Please, 0.14 pounds refrigerant on the high side. Please send it. Full send, let's do it. You gonna go? 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 Are you gonna go? It went. All right. Okie dokes. The machine just beeped, so it has completed its recharge. Let's restart this thing. Starting the engine. And powering on AC as soon as the controller is done powering on. AC's on. That's good. Oh, we're already getting temperature drop. Awesome. Let's go check our gauges. That thing came on instantly. It usually took a few seconds and then it would come on. Yep, pressure's coming up. Good pressure differential. Okay, this is gonna take a little bit more monitoring just to make sure we're good, but I'm not hearing the groaning noise that I heard that we thought was a power steering pump or an air pump. It's not doing that. So it came on instantly. This is good. Pressures are good. It should be making cold, but that's not a good measurement for the day because it's kind of cold today. But yeah, we're already down. Well, look at that. It hit 40 degrees fast. 40 is the green right there, little green little notch. I don't know if you can see it, there's a glare. Yeah, this thing hit 40 degrees Fahrenheit quickly. Wonderful. We're good to go here. I'm calling this one a success. Finally, the only thing I have left to do in this car is get a replacement shield for the bottom of it, which I can do that later. So all that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and get my machine back, and we're gonna go ahead and button this thing up. I'd really like to get it back to the fellow that owns it. He misses his Jaguar. So all that being said, as always, I'd like to thank you for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed my video. If you did enjoy this video, please feel free to let me know about that in the comment section down below. Tap that like button while you're down there. And most importantly, do not forget to have yourselves a great day. See you guys later. End of Jaguar.